Indie Global Media Network.
I would like to invite Shri Siva Prasad IFS MD, AP State Housing Corporation for Government of Andhra Pradesh, to talk on the topic of smart and inclusive housing, our foundation for Viksit Bharat. So please welcome on stage Shri Siva.
And I will be speaking about our housing program. Here people are speaking about smart infrastructure, but our project is weaker section housing, but it's also infrastructure and which is meant for the poorest of the poor of Andhra Pradesh. And generally housing means everybody will be thinking it's a or any developmental activity and welfare, but in housing also next. Housing is a development, welfare as well as employment generation project. And according to a survey taken up by Indian Economy published in National Council of Applied Economic Research, these are the figures. And the housing sector contributes 1.24% of the total output of the economy. And 1% of the GDP is from housing only. Every rupee invested in housing will add 1.54 rupee to the GDP. And out of the 100% employment generation, 6.86% of the employment contribution is from housing sector only. And output ratio, labor output ratio is highest in one of the highest in housing sectors, that is 2.34. And for every 1 lakh rupees invested in housing, it creates 2.69 new jobs. And that too, these are 2.65 informal jobs such as say unskilled labor type of jobs, and 0.04 are formal skilled jobs that it will be created. Every unit of housing created, it will increase the household income by 0.41 units. And that to every 1 rupee invested on housing contributes 12%, and it gives 12% tax to the that means 0.12, that means 12 paisa will be going back to the government as a tax. And here we speak about, I think, only one scheme generally as the housing sector and government of Andhra Pradesh, and we are implementing Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, which aims to providing housing for all in a saturation mode in the next 5 years. This program has started in the year 2015 and it's being continued till date. And PMEAY 2.0 also has been started recently last year. And to achieve the housing for all goal, AP also has implemented, adopted this project from Government of India, and it has nominated, it is treating it as its flagship program since past 10 years, and it's doing it. See, actually we implement PMEAY 1.0. It started in the year 2015-16, and it's being continued until 23-24 PMEAY 1.0 was implemented, and it's being implemented also. The sunset period for PMEAY 1.0 is 2026 March 31st as per the Government of India. And under this scheme, under three schemes we are working. One is PMEAY Urban Awas Yojana, and one is Urban Scheme. Urban Scheme implementing agency is Ministry of Housing at the Government of India level. Here in Andhra Pradesh, the department is the implementing nodal agency, state level nodal agency. And there we take up the works under 4 verticals. One is affordable housing partnership. I think most of the persons from Andhra Pradesh might be knowing affordable housing means, and some contribution from beneficiary also will be taken, and some government of India, government will give its share, and some part will be taken loan, and just entire thing will be, tenders will be called for, and the construction will be taken up. Here in our Andhra Pradesh TIDCO projects were taken up under this affordable housing scheme. And second is beneficiary-led project program. In this, I think no contract means the government will be giving its share, and entire amount will be going to the beneficiary. Beneficiary himself has to take up the construction. It's a beneficiary-led transaction. Third is credit-linked subsidy schemes. CLSS scheme is the government will give the subsidy in credit, and most of the implementing agencies will be the banks in this case. And third is in situ slum redevelopment. Here, slums will be developed, and certain part will mean slums will be developed and they will not be relocated, and for developmental purposes the agency which has developed will be given some commercial area in that area, and the persons, public in the slum will be given the houses after construction. And this fourth vertical was not implemented in Andhra Pradesh. And second scheme is Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Gramin. And its implementing agency at the Government of India level is first phase started in the year 2016-17. Around 1.5 lakh houses were constructed in Andhra Pradesh, were sanctioned in Andhra Pradesh during the last 5 years under this scheme. And third one is Pradhan Mantri PM Janman, it's called, and Pradhan Mantri Janjati Adivasi Nyay Maha Abhiyan. Nodal department for this scheme is Tribal Welfare Department at Government of India level, and under this MORD implements housing scheme, and it was extended for 75 identified PVTGs under this scheme, and in Andhra Pradesh 12 PVTG tribes were identified, and around 42,000 houses were sanctioned, and they are under progress. And the state level implementing agencies for this PMAY urban scheme are AHP AP TIDCO is implementing, and CLSS banks are implementing, and BLC AP Housing Corporation is implementing, and ISSR is not implemented in our state. And these were the number of houses sanctioned since 15-16. Including all these schemes, we got sanction of 21,93,027 houses were constructed, were sanctioned, out of which 7.84 lakh have been completed by last year. Means I think as on date the total completed houses are 11 lakhs around, and some houses were 3.2 lakhs houses were not started, and other 7.74 lakh houses are under progress, which are expected to be completed by the end of March, means this financial year, that is 2026 March. And apart from that, state of Andhra Pradesh has sponsored under 3 schemes: NTR Rural Housing and HUDCO. Hudud during Hudud cyclone in Visakhapatnam, state has sanctioned some 9,000 houses, and pre-NTR housing earlier, Indirama houses earlier, which were started and they were being continued by the government, and totally 10.72 lakh houses have been sanctioned, out of which 6.66 have been completed, and around 4 lakh houses are under progress. These are also expected to be completed by this financial year. Say this is the financial pattern. What is the means Government of India share for each program? The Government of India share under PMAY urban BLC is 1.5 lakh only. And apart from that, Government of Andhra Pradesh have contributed another 30,000. Total unit cost is 1.8 lakh. This is only aid for construction of the house. The unit cost means this will be supported by the government, and the rest of the means in addition to that, beneficiary has to contribute and he has to construct the houses. And under PMAY Gramin, the unit cost which was proposed by the Government of India is 1.2 lakh. Gramin scheme is being shared at the ratio of 60:40. 60% by the Government of India and 40% by the Government of Andhra Pradesh. It comes 72,000 should be share, means is GOA share, and rest 48,000 is Government of Andhra Pradesh share. And PM Janman total unit cost was proposed as 2.39 lakh, out of which 2 lakh is towards housing and 39,000 is towards infrastructure, such as for building of infrastructure. 90 mandates under NREGS has been given to this. It accounts to 27,000, and 12,000 rupees for construction of individual household latrine scheme. Totally 2.39 lakh is the unit cost for under PM Janman houses. This is and as I explained, I think this is the financial support given by the government, and when government of Andhra Pradesh has started this scheme, PMAY Gramin or PMAY urban scheme, housing scheme in large scale, it has identified that most of the people are eligible for construction of houses and sanctioning of houses, but they are not having land to construct the houses, and due to which government has conducted a survey and identified the persons who are landless, and it has distributed land to around 18 lakh people in the year 2019, and it has distributed the land, and for the needy people it started giving a sanction of houses. Accordingly, we have taken, Government of Andhra Pradesh have taken some of these steps. First, the land was provided to the landless poor and housing sanction was given, and apart from that, for making their job easy or to construct the houses easy, and material also we have provided in a cheaper rate, in subsidized rate compared to the outside market. It's not subsidy, but we have contacted the material suppliers such as steel, cement suppliers, and we have bargained with them, and just with the compared to the lesser cost which is available at the market, that was supplied at the doorstep. That part means I think the beneficiary used to get the cost also at lesser price, and even the transportation cost was also has become zero for them, so that it means as the government is supporting is 1.8 lakh only, and beneficiary should also put some amount for construction of the houses. This help we have done, this support we have done, and we have requested, means we have contacted the private companies, and we arranged to make the bricks. Bricks are most important for that, means brick blocks. We have made arrangements. Means earlier, I think you all must be knowing who are from Andhra Pradesh, and several in most of the villages, land was acquired and was distributed to the landless poor, and separate colonies were created, housing layouts were created for this purpose. Near those layouts, we have established, with the support of the private entrepreneurs, we have established this brick manufacturing units also. And for construction of the houses, we even RFC plants, which used for concrete batching plants, were also established. And second is most, as Government of India supports the amount, and amount cannot be given at a check. We will be paying, or we will be making the payments to the beneficiaries based on the stage of construction only. And we made it sure that everything was made online, and even construction and collecting the data and recording of the work also has been made online. Once a person is, we generally used to pay in 3 stages. One is basement level, roof level, and completion stage. At each stage the corporation used to pay 60,000 rupees each. Once the work is completed, the lowest, means ground field level staff at the assistant engineer or work inspector or engineering assistant used to go there and report it, and automatically they used to geotag it, so that the entire flow was of sanctioning of the bill was online, and once it reaches head office, directly used to pay. The payment also is based on the bank account payments, that to other based payments only. No bank transfers were totally direct DBT with other linked payments. It was, and payments also other way to get the material. We have issued the material when and there. If he is having any grievance, he himself can where his bill is pending and where his payment are stuck, and so that he can sort it out with the local officers. That facility was made. For anything after construction, based on the stage of construction, we will be making total payment. That was given option 1. And option 2, these are the beneficiaries who require material support from our government, and they will take the material from the government, and the payment will be made duly deducting the material cost, and payment used to be done. The entire construction used to be taken care by the beneficiary. That was option 2. And option 3, one more option was given, and just as new colonies were given, means are situated bit farther from the present town or habitations. During that time, most of the beneficiaries were feeling difficult to go there daily and construct their houses and come back. For that, we have facilitated one option stating that just we have identified some of the agencies who can construct these houses on behalf of the beneficiary. Under this scheme, just the beneficiary go to the beneficiary, and with his consent, the payment used to be diverted to the agencies. That was option. And for construction of these houses, for quick construction of these houses, and we have adopted some more technologies. We try to implement some of the technologies. Some were successful, and some were we found difficulty. And out of which the new technologies adopted by the AP Housing Corporation as well as the Housing Department were. These were the technologies: shear wall technology, composite technology, EPPS technology, precast technology, and after that, cost-effective and eco-friendly materials also we have used, and energy-efficient methods also we have taken. And this the shear wall technology it's nothing but monolithic concrete. Entire structure will be concrete, and no brick work will be there, and we will be using aluminum forms for shattering. And after shattering, at a means a single time, this entire concrete will be mixed and pumped into the structures, and single monolithic construction will be taken up. Advantage of this is labor requirement is very minimal, and within 4 or 5 days or maximum 10 days, one house used to be completed. And this technology was adopted by TIDCO in constructing. TIDCO means G+1 houses, G+3 structures they have constructed. Even our AP State Housing Corporation also tried to adopt this method, and we could able to construct only few numbers because of technological issues and high cost involving in this, and it was not successful in AP State Housing Corporation. Next, and this is the process. First, we'll lay the foundations. After that, directly we'll erect all the shutters directly by using concrete pump. We used to pour concrete, and within after 1 week we'll remove the shutters. Next, composite technology. For this, the technology is steel frame will be erected, and after regular traditional conventional foundation, steel frame will be erected. With that, further means for walls they will be using aerated autoclave block, and in this centering work will be minimized, and eco-friendly technique. Duration also will be reduced up to means half of the duration. Generally, if we require some 9 months to complete a house, with this technology we can complete the house in 4 to 5 months. But as the cost was more, this was also not successful in housing corporation. Next, and this is the technology, stage-wise construction. Next, another technology which we have adopted, expanded polystyrene panel system technology. EPPS panel comprises a layer of welded mesh on either side of the EPS core, and it will be welded, and panels for walling will be conventional RCC. Means RCC foundations will be there. The panels will be kept on the RCC foundation, and this technology we have for the houses which were sanctioned under Hudud in Srikakulam and Vijayanagaram districts, and it was successful, and people are now living. The cost of the per square feet is 1496. This was not used in this. This was not adopted in our recent PMBY program because of its high cost. And in Hudud housing, we have adopted this technology. It's successful. And this is the stage of construction for. And precast technology. It's entirely precast technology. The entire house will be constructed in a very less time, and entire with precasting slabs will be there of M25 grade, 25 grade. For that, just initially a platform will be raised on that. A precasted foundation will be laid. From there, interlinking walls will be erected, and even slab also is a precasted slab only. And under this also the construction time is reduced, and just it was implemented in sporadic manner wherever the beneficiary it depends upon the acceptability of the beneficiary. Wherever beneficiary accepted, and few houses were constructed by using this technology. This is the technology. And apart from this, for regular our construction, we have utilized Falgi blocks, and Falgi blocks are cost effective and made with fly ash, lime, and gypsum, which are byproducts of industrial byproducts. And the cost was very low. And advantage is more uniform shapes will be there compared to means conventional earthen bricks. And strength is also more compared to them, and cheaper than 20% cheaper than the regular bricks. And we have utilized for door framing and window frames also, we have utilized RCC door frames and RCC window frames, so that the cost is reduced in construction because of, by keeping in view of keeping the unit cost of the houses. Apart from that, we have adopted some of the energy efficiency measures, and for that we got technical support from Bureau of Energy Efficiency. With that, our AP has started energy efficiency projects in implementation of Eco Nivas Samhita through Indo-Swiss building energy efficiency project. And we have we have contacted them. They have given some of the recommendations where they have recommended roof reflectivity paint, which will reduce the house temperature, the regular temperature, which will make the will reduce the temperature up to 3.5 to 4.4 degrees minimum. And they have recommended, apart from our design, they have recommended to add one more window in kitchen and hall, so that the ventilation will be more, and that we are trying to adopt. And in addition, they have recommended for utilization of BLDC fans and this LED lights, which will be, we have BLDC fans to reduce overall electricity consumption, and they have recommended for installation of this solar power system also, 1 kilowatt solar power system on rooftop, so that it will reduce the energy consumption of the house. And with the collaboration of EESL, we have provided for all the beneficiaries 4 number of LED bulbs and 2 number of LED tube lights and 2 number of fans to all beneficiaries. And an agreement was executed between ESL and AP State Housing Corporation, AP Housing Corporation, and just accordingly 5 lakh. We have entered an agreement to provide for 5 lakh beneficiaries these energy efficient equipment. And as on date, around 60,000 were delivered to the beneficiaries, and further rest also. And this was the type design for the housing project we have taken up under the PMAY BLC program. So only 340 square feet of carpet area, and presently. And PMAY 1.0 was completed. Will be completed by 2026. Sunset period is by 2026 March. And now Government of India has announced PMAY 2.0 scheme, under which the unit cost of the house has increased to 2.5 lakh. The present 2.5 lakh, and Government of India share will be 1.5 lakh only, and rest of the amount has to be borne by Government of Andhra Pradesh. And based on that, this present government also has thought and adopting the project, and now they have decided to provide 3 cents of land for who are eligible for the housing scheme, and 2 cents in urban areas. And at present 40,000 houses, 41,000 houses are executed. And in addition to that, whatever houses were sanctioned earlier and are under progress, to enhance their progress, the government have decided to provide additional financial assistance to each beneficiary, 50,000 rupees for SCs and BCs, for 75,000 for STs and PVTG group, who are particularly vulnerable tribal groups. For them, the government has have decided to give 1 lakh additional financial assistance to complete all the houses which are under progress. Under Gramin also the same. Now the survey is being conducted, and under PMAY BLC program urban scheme, already we got a demand of 7.43 lakh, out of which 40,000 houses are already have been sanctioned by Government of India. Another houses will for these houses the unit cost is 2,50,000. Under Gramin scheme also another 81,000 demand data is being captured, and we are putting this before Government of India so that we can take time sanction and take forward the progress of the housing. Apart from this, government is very keen to provide the infrastructure in the housing colonies which were formed and just newly houses are being built. The major is electricity has been almost provided in each colony by each discom. And second, water supply. Water supply in UDA layouts, individual tap connections were provided by RWS department under Jal Jeevan Mission scheme. We have converged with most of the government of layouts which are situated in ULB areas. Under Amrit scheme, Amrit 2.0 scheme, the government is providing water supply to those things. And CC drains and roads. Slowly and wherever applicable, government of Andhra Pradesh will converge MGNRGS funds and lay the drains and roads for these colonies. And mostly coming next 4 years, all the houses and the infrastructure will be completed. And all of the mission, the PMAY, which is housing for all, and even with the infrastructure will be completed. I hope it will be completed in next 4 years. And thank you. And this is a brief about the organization which is working for the housing program for the poorest of the poor. And thank you all for giving me this.
Indie Global Media Network, taking innovation, collaboration and growth to the forefront.